कर्म तात्मन भाई भर्तुर्गंतुर्भवतश्च नुमन्या यथा सतो दानयनादि अभवात् समूल इष्ट व्यवहार मार्गः दृष्टः. It is experienced by everyone. Sramaha, fatigue, karmataha, from acting in some way. Atmanaha, of the soul. Bhai, indeed. Bhartuhu, of one who is carrying the palanquin. Gantuhu, of one who is moving. Bhavataha, of yourself. Cha, and Anumanya, I guess like that. Yatha, as much as. Asata, is something that is an actual fact. Uda, of water. Anayana adi, of the bringing and other such tasks. Abhavat, from the absence. Samulaha, based on evidence. Ishtaha, respected. Vyavahara marga, phenomenon. Translation and purport by Divine Grace Shri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. You have said, I am not fatigued from labor. Although the soul is different from the body, there is a fatigue because of bodily labor, and it appears to be the fatigue of the soul. When you are carrying the palanquin, there is certainly a labor for the soul. This is my conjecture. You have also said that external behavior exhibited between the master and the servant is not factual. But although in the phenomenal world it is not factual, the product of the phenomenal world can actually affect things that is visible and experienced. As such, even though material activities are impermanent, they cannot be said to be untrue. Please respond. You have said, I am not fatigued from labor. Although the soul is different from the body, there is fatigue because of bodily labor. And it appears to be fatigue of the soul. When you are carrying the palanquin, there is certainly labor for the soul. This is my conjecture. You have also said that external behavior exhibited between the master and the servant is not factual. But although in the phenomenal world it is not factual, the product of the phenomenal world can actually affect things that is visible and experienced. As such, even though material activities are impermanent, they cannot be said to be untrue. If there is no purport, you cannot understand this verse. This is a discussion on impersonal Mayavada philosophy and the practical philosophy of Vaishnavas. The Mayavada philosophy explains this phenomenal world to be false, but Vaishnava philosophers do not agree. They know that phenomenal world is a temporary manifestation, but it is not false. A dream that we see at night is certainly false, but a horrible dream certainly affects the person seeing it. The soul's fatigue is not factual, but as long as one is immersed in the illusory bodily conception, one is affected by such false dream. When dreaming, it is not possible to avoid the actual fact. The conditioned soul is forced to suffer due to his dream. A water pot is made of earth and it is temporary. Actually, there is no water pot. There is simply earth. However, as long as water pot can contain water, we can use it in that way. It cannot be said to be absolutely false. So this is a very important thing, how he has said. So thank you very much for Srimad Bhagavatam class. So they are saying that how the importance of Srimad Bhagavatam hearing. It is stated in Padma Purana that what is that? Palayate gamishyanti Srimad Bhagavatam dhone kali dose. So just like a lion, when lion is roaring, Singha Sabdat, Brika Abhi. Singha means lion, Brika means tiger. When lion is roaring, the tiger flees away. Similarly, when the Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken or heard, all the ill effect of Kali Yuga will go away. That is from Padma Purana. So how Srimad Bhagavatam important? Supposing now we have got 9 o'clock. After some time 9:10 will come. Time will pass. And Krishna say, Kalosmi, I am the time, destroyer of the world. So every moment we pass, we will be dragged into the death. But only person, those who are hearing Bhagavatam, he will be dragged into Krishna. There will be no influence of the time. Which verse? No, Sanskrit. Ayur harati by punsam udyam astam chanyasu. Ayur harati by every sunrise and sunset that reduces the span of our life. Only person, Uttama Shloka Bhartaya, only person who is chanting and hearing Bhagavatam, the time has no influence. Just like now 9 o'clock, if I go to America, it is 9 o'clock. Go to Europe, it is 9 o'clock, Sometimes it happens. So that means time has no influence. It will not drag into the death, because time means you are passing, you are nearing to death. So how important is Srimad Bhagavatam? That is the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, preemptive principle of bhakti is to hearing. Hearing is very important. And proper hearing also. Hearing, there are so different kind of hearing is there. There is a no hearing. Many people, how many today is a holiday, public holiday, how many initiated devotees are there? Very less. This is called non-hearing. They are not interested in hearing. Why hearing? Because purification of the heart. Our hearing of Bhagavatam or spiritual practice is not to be intellectually fit, but intellectually fat, but spiritually fit, devotionally fit. So whole idea of hearing is purification. Our whole idea, Chinnatam Sokata Krishna Punya Sravana Kirtana. Hearing is for the Pravishta Kannarandrena. When hear, then it will purify our heart. Sonum Bhava Saruraham. Radha Madan. So what will happen? It will purify our heart. That is whole idea. Pravishta Kannarandrena Sonam Bhava Saru Dhunati Samlama Krishna Salilasta Jatasaran. So by hearing, we will purify there's a purification of the heart. Krishna consciousness is purification of the heart. Therefore, bhakti means when Bhagavad Gita, Bhakti chapter, 7th chapter, the first verses, Krishna say, Maya Saktamana Partha. You attach to me. How? Thus by hearing process. So by hearing process, all our program is for purification. And purification, this process begins with hearing. And Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada says Srimad Bhagavatam is very, very important. If somebody really interested to advance, there's a people who in the student, they are coming to class, but they are not so progressive because they do not hear. There's a beautiful verses, those who are not hearing. See, there are very nice verses, Kapil Dev, speaking very nice, that, O my Lord, person who are bereft of all auspicious performance of chanting and hearing about your transcendental activity are certainly unfortunate. They are very unfortunate, those who are not interested in hearing and are very bereft of good sense. They engage in inauspicious activities, enjoy sense gratification for a very, very little while. So how much they are condemned, non-hearing? Pretty much condemned. There is another verses here condemning, very heavily condemned. Forget verse 3, 29, 30. Somewhere very nice verses there, they are condemned actually. Right. No, I forget that verse. Very nice verse. Somewhere 3, 13, 32 or something. That verse is saying that is so much condemned by the because those who are not hearing, they are very much condemned. So this is the thing that, so one, they are very unfortunate because they do not discuss about the Vaikuntha, about the Vaikuntha. It is stated here that it is very much regrettable that unfortunate people do not discuss the description of Vaikuntha planet, but engage in topics which are unworthy to hear, which bewilders one intelligent. Those who give up the topics of Vaikuntha, take to talk of material world, are thrown into darkest region of ignorance. So that is the effect of those who are not interested in hearing. Hearing also, I read some psychologist here, psychologist is telling that hearing also 4-5 types. No hearing, that they are condemned, and spaced out hearing. Spaced out hearing means they are there in the class, but the mind will be there somewhere. And another is pretending to be hearing. I am hearing, but I am not hearing. Some people hearing whatever I like, I will hear. I will not hear. Last one he told, last one is our Bhagavatam, very attentive hearing. That is Supathanam, Sravanam Supathanam, Vicharanam Paro. That is Bhagavatam stay. Bhagavatam stay means just like you are studying your classes. Therefore, it is said that Nityam Bhagavata class, attendant on the Prabhupada says that there is a difference between a class and lecture. A lecture is different. Class means routine, day by day, every day Bhagavatam. By hearing, we can see how much we are advancing. How much we are advancing in that. Therefore, with the last verse, we can start our thing. Therefore, Shastra is starting, Bhagavatam is starting with these beautiful verses. Tasmad ekana manasa. Bhagavata Swatattam. What is that? See, beautiful verse. Tasmad ekena manasa bhagavan satattam hari. So teva kititavacha deha pujyacha nityada. 4 things we have to do. You want to progress. What the 4 things? That ekena manasa means one pointed. What to do? Sroteva, hearing. Kititavya means glorifying or chanting. Deha means what? Remembering. Pujya means worshipping. Chanityada. Every day. If you do these 4 things, therefore, with one pointed attention, one should constantly hear about, glorify, remember, worship the personality of God, who is the protector of devotees. Therefore, it is said that when Ramayana, there is a Ramastutra, very nice thing that why the importance of hearing and chanting. What is that verse? Yeah. Bhajanam bhava bijanam. Bhajanam bhava bijanam arjanam sarvasampadam. Tyajanam jamadutanam Rama Rameti Garjanam. That is from Rama Rakshastra. So it is said that all the bhava bija means cycle of birth and death. Supposing a seed, if you fry it, it will not sprout up, right? A seed, plant seed, if you fry it and put it, it will not sprout. Similarly, by hearing the Ram Katha and glorifying Ram Katha, what will happen? The sprout of material existence, the cycle of birth, it will not sprout up. That means it will stop our cycle of birth. And Arjanam Sarvasampadam, all kind of material opulences also will give, the byproduct. Tajanam Jamadutanam will flee away. They will not come near to us. How? Rama Rameti Garjanam. Roar like a lion, Ram, Ram. Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Monorame. Sahasranama Vitulyam Rama Nama Varanam. That is the thing. So hearing and chanting is very important. On this notes, let's go back to the subject matter. 5:10:21. So here it is said that very nicely. It is stated that I am not fatigued. This is a question and answer going on. So there is question and answer. So whole idea is that Bharat Maharaj, Jada Bharat and Rahugana, the conversation is going on, and Rahugana is very inquisitive and inquiring. That is very important. Our entire Bhagavatam is all about question and answer. How many questions Arjuna asked in Bhagavad Gita? Anybody? How many total questions asked throughout the chapter? Because everything is question and answer. Prabhupada has, I sought the Banipedia, Prabhupada was asked 10,200 plus questions, higher than Bhagavatam, higher than Chaitanya Charitamrita, higher than here, 10,200 plus questions. Prabhupada being asked. 17 questions asked Arjuna. All Bhagavatam is full of this Chaitanya Charitamrita. You see, I was reading this 24 chapter, there's a verse is there, where it is said that the Bhagavatam is full of, the form of Srimad Bhagavatam is given question and answers, nothing. Thus the conclusion is established by hearing this question and answer, one is highly astonished. Simply question and answer. Bhagavatam actually starts with inquiring with the question of Parikshit Maharaj. He is asking, Niyamanasya, those person who is near to death, what is his duty? So all question and answer only. Therefore, it is said that when you approach spiritual master or advanced devotee, pranipatena paripresena sevaya. Pranipata means one, prakyashta rupena. Prabhupada said that. Prakyashta rupena nipatana means you like a blank slate. You don't know anything, fool. Guru moro murkha jani karilo sasana vedantare tava nahi adhikara. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that Guru saw me as a fool. He told, I have no jurisdiction in Vedanta. So like a blank slate you come. Now I do not know, not challenging. Oh, I want to challenge that, how he knows more than me. Whether he knows or more. No, it should be learning not submissively. Pranipatena. This inquiring from this Rahugana is Pranipatena and Paripresana. You should inquire also. Not that I have to go say that, oh, my spiritual master is great, very nice, Mary Prabhupada, Jai, 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 but I am not reading his books. I am not hearing his lecture. I am not, his instruction following. That is not actually things. Actual things to approach a guru to ask, just like Sanatana Goswami. What he asked, Ke ami, kene amar jara tapotraya, iha janina, iha nai jani, what is that? Iha janina. See, Pandita mani. I am thinking that everybody telling I am Pandita, I am so learned, but I do not know who am I. He asked this question, Ke ami. So one has to be asked the question, doubt, not that, oh, if I ask the doubt, everybody will come to know that I am a fool. Better to be a fool for 10 minutes than fool for life. Because it's, you should clear your doubt. Just like Arjuna is telling, Nasta moho smutillab datat prasadena maya chutya. Nasta moho, this illusion. We are all now infected with illusion. This verse is also related to that illusion, attachment. All are in the beginning, Arjuna was illusion, delusion. He denied to fight. Finally, he is fighting because his illusion is gone. Whole idea of inquiring, understanding Bhagavad Gita means our illusion should be lost, should be destroyed. We should not be so lazy. Yesterday I was posting, lazy in understanding philosophy. We cannot advance. Prabhupada said Dandavat class. I'll go Dandavat, go back. No. You want to progressive student means you must know the philosophy. That will, nobody can be perfect without perfect knowledge. Without perfect knowledge, nobody can act perfectly. Therefore, this is important. So here, the verses all, the question has been answered. 10, sorry, what is that? 5, 10, 21. The question has been asked now, very important question here. I am not fatigued labor, although the soul is different from the body. There is a fatigue because of bodily labor. It appears to be fatigue of the soul. Yeah, this is a very, very important thing. Supposing I am driving a car. I am not the car, but if car got accident, I am now feeling very painful. Why? Because of attachment. Because of attachment to the car. As such, the soul has nothing to do with the car. Soul has nothing to do. Just like a driver has nothing to do with car. He is not getting pain because car got accident, car got destroyed. He is not. But why he is feeling? Because of attachment. So here Rahugana is very important question is asking. Although it seems like you are telling that I am not this body, I am not this body, I am soul, I am aloof from these things, I am not doing. But feeling is there, na? Although soul, is different. Soul is pure. Soul is nothing to do with all the things. Because we are engaged in this body and there is attachment, I am feeling. Something happened to my attachment, something happened to my son, my something, even something I lost my money. That also. When you are flying above the attachment, supposing you are flying in a Singapore Airlines, the disturbances on the ground level will not affect you, but it will affect you when you have attachment. Otherwise, you are flying above the attachment. You should not be. A soul is flying above it, but because you are attached to that. Therefore, Prabhupada say that this purport, that Mayavadi philosophy say that everything is false, untrue. No, we say that it's not false. Bhuta bhuta pralyate is temporary. It comes into existence, manifested, then again it goes and vanishes. So it is a temporary one. The Vaishnava philosophy do not agree. They know that phenomenal world is temporary manifestation. So this is very nicely, it is spoken very nicely, that how the attachment, we are all sangha jukta, sangha dosa jukta, attachment. Due to attachment only the soul. Otherwise, as a pure soul, we are not bothered. What is this attachment? As soon as we turn away from the Lord, turn away from this service of the Lord, that is, what is that called? Janasya daivat, Krishnasya, Janasya Krishna, Vimukasya daivat. When you turn away the face from the Lord, that means turn away in the service of the Lord. What will happen? Sudukhitasya, adharma silasya sudukhitasya. We are entrapped. We turn away from the Lord. When you come to the material world, we forgot our identity. We forgot our identity. We are thinking, I am this product, I am this body. That's why the problem. Otherwise, soul has nothing to do with your car is lost, your job is lost, your this is lost. Nothing to do with that. Your pain and pleasure, nothing to do with soul. Because I am thinking the perception that I am this body. As soon as we turn away from the Lord, there's a very nice verse. Say, Yaha samahita jivam. See, these are very technical terms one should know, because while preaching it, Yaha samahita jiva atmanam triguna atmakam poropi mannatinartham tat kirtam chavipadyate. See how, due to the external energy, living entity, although transcendental to the three modes of nature, I have nothing to do with all these activities of three modes. Thinking himself as a material product, that's the problem. I'm thinking I am the body, I'm American, I'm thinking. When I'm thinking, if something happened to body, just like he is asking, how you are coming, you are thinking soul, but body is fatigued, na? You can feel that. Yes. That is the thing, because I am thinking that I am this material product, the perception. Just like I am dreaming. In dream, it's not true. But I am having a feeling of dream. If a sweet dream is very nice, but when a sweat dream, horrible dream, what will happen? The difference between sweet and sweat. Sweat dream, horrible dream, you see some nightmare. It is affecting us, right or not? Although dream has no factual basis, but it is affecting us. Because we are thinking that I am this tiger is killing. There is a beautiful verses later on we will go, 429, Narada Muni telling. So we are thinking that, oh, tiger is attacking in dream. I am thinking, yes, tiger is attacking. Yes or no? Because I am thinking that I am the material product. Thus undergoes a reaction of material miseries. This is the first thing it thinks. First thing that the Maya covers our because that I am this product of the material world. I am this body. Then all the things will be coming. The attachment will come. I am attached now. I am body, bodily paraphernalia. Bhuakhetra sutapta bite dhanasya moham aham mameti. Immediately we are entrapped in I, me, mine platform. Immediately. My body, I am the body, paraphernalia of the body, my wife, my children, my society, community, my investment, my bank balance, my job, my boss, so and so forth. It goes on. Goes on, we are attached. Something happened, oh, I'm... So that is our problem. Sangha dosa jukta. We are infected by this attachment, which is the cause of our material bondage. We have to extricate from this entanglement of attachment. So this very technically things Prabhu has given sometimes the class. So this very technical terms is there. Where it 11:28? Yeah. See, lamentation, elation, fear, anger, greed, confusion, hankering, as well as birth and death, experience of the false ego, not of the pure soul. Soul has nothing to do with I am lamenting. Actually, soul is not lamenting because I have a perception that soul is a perception because he forget his real identity, fundamental identity. He is identified, misidentified with functional identity. Body is our functional identity. Our fundamental identity is the constitutional soul. We are spirit soul constitutionally. So when I am misidentified that I am the body, then all this lamentation, illusion, elation, oh, I am suffering, I am suffering, I am suffering. And there is no suffering actually. So therefore, you have to come to that platform of Aham Brahmasmi. Then we will be like, free from Sthita Prajna. I am not elated. I am not, affected by any kind of happiness, distress. Unless we come to that platform. Otherwise, so as long as we are in Maya, caught in Maya, or as long as we are identified with this body, proportionately, it is proportionately it will be like we will understand the things. This false ego only. False ego means we think I, me, mine. These verses, they are very nice verses. So the living entity who falsely identify with the body, senses, life, where mind, and who dwells within this covering, assume the form of his own materially conditioned quality and worth. He is designated variously in relation to the total material energy. Thus, under the strict control of supreme time, is supposed to run here and there within the material existence. Just like example, Pisachi Paile. Where the Pisachi Paile Mati Channa. Just like a ghost is haunted and ghost is talking all nonsense, right? I will kill Modi ji and I will arrest it. So she is talking so many nonsense. You are not talking because you are overpowered by a ghost. Therefore, you are talking all these things. Useless talk. Yes or no? Similarly, actually, soul has nothing to do. Soul is thinking, I am thinking, oh, I am the soul. Understand? I am thinking, oh, I have a problem. Today I have a headache. I have this. Why? Because we are overpowered by the ghost of material, ghost of this material misidentification. We are misidentified. Therefore, I am thinking, oh, today is so pain. But here, see, Jada Bharat telling, I have no pain. I have nothing. My body is doing, I am not doing it. That level of things, that level of realization he has got. Therefore, it's like a it's like a valid question to understand why he's telling, because he's feeling that body is having pain and pleasure, a soul is feeling because he's attached, therefore he's feeling. If he's not attached, he will not be feeling. As long as we are attached, we will be feeling will be there. So here it is say that we are related, we are designated now. Our condition state, the state of conditioning is means designated. We are designated. I am father, I am son, I am this, I am that. I am designated, materially designated. Identity crisis. Arjuna, the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna had the same problem of identity crisis. IC means identity crisis, not card. So how much we are illusion, we are telling this is my IC. It is identity crisis. Arjuna has same thing of identity. He related with his family, his friends. 10 type of relationship has been given in this Bhagavad Gita chapter 4. He's related so many. My grandfather, my father, my this one. So this misidentification causes lamentation. Therefore, Krishna is speaking Bhagavad Gita to take away from this conditioning state, this misconception of life that I am this body, to the level of soul. Understanding of our fundamental identity, not just a functional identity, our constitutional position. Jasyatma buddhi trikanu. First verses, Prabhupada says that one verse you have to quote, it will cover everything. 1084:30. Jasyatma buddhi. 1084:30. So we are identified. So here it is stated in more technical terms, stated in this verse, in this particular subject. Although shadow, echoes, mirrors are only illusory reflection of real things, such reflection do cause a semblance of meaningful and comprehensible perception. See? These are very technical things. You know how Krishna, this is a Jnana Yoga, 11:28. Krishna is speaking. There is a semblance of meaningful and comprehensible perception. In the same way, although identification of the conditioned soul with the material body, mind, and ego is illusory, this identification generates fear within him, even up to the moment of death, because we are identified by the body. The illusory perception. It's not the real perception, I am the body. And somehow and other, circumstantially, I am encaged, imprisoned in this body. But I am not this body. And due to this attachment, I am fearing. I am fearing. This is also stated in these beautiful verses 11 to 37. How the fear comes as soon as we have gone away from the love. Bhayam nritya viniveshatasya. That means fear arises when living entity misidentify himself as a material body. See, I am thinking what will happen to my job, what will happen to my, all thinking, what will happen to my house in Bhubaneswar, new house in Bhubaneswar. So because of attachment, otherwise I have nothing. We cannot even keep it. Everything will be destroyed. Fear arises when living entity misidentify himself as the material body because of absorption in the external illusory energy of the Lord. When the living entity thus torn away from the Supreme Lord, he also forget his own constitutional position. See, that is the first thing. Because as long as we remember our constitutional position, there is no question of rebelling against the God. I have to forget. Like a ghost is haunted means you have to forget you are that person, you are Mr. So-and-so. You are ghost haunted. Similarly, when we are Maya haunted, Maya grasta, that time we have to forget our constitutional position as a servant of the Lord. Then what will happen? This bewildering, fearful condition is affected by the potency for illusion called Maya. That is called Maya. When I am thinking, I am the body. When I am thinking, I am this body. Maya means not this. I am not this soul. I am the body, actually. Misidentify himself. Therefore, an intelligent person should engage unflinchingly in the unalloyed devotional service of the Lord under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, whom he should accept as his worshipable deity, as his very life and soul. Prabhupada, that's why Prabhupada quoted one verse. Just like life and soul, life air, without life air we cannot exist. A devotee cannot survive without the instruction of spiritual master. Prabhupada given, this is the verse also there, life and soul. So this is the thing, how we are bewildered by this one. Misidentify, as soon as we turn away from the Lord. This is our Himalayan mystic, that one Himalayan mystic that causes us all this material bondage, material attachment, all this misconception, all these things. What is that? The fundamental malice, the fundamental fallacy is that we have turned away from the Lord and seek pleasure separate from the Lord. Which Lord? That Lord who is the reservoir of pleasure, Rama, Ramante Jogina Anante Satyananda Chidatma. He is a reservoir of pleasure. Why Ram is coming? Ram is whole purpose, the cardinal and core purpose of incarnation of the Ram and any awaken the Krishna consciousness or Ram consciousness among the conditioned living entity. That is only purpose. All these things, other things are just drama and not pastime to attract what? Anugrahaya bhaktanam. Manusim stanu astitam. Just to attract by his wonderful pastimes of building a bridge on the water within a floating bridge within water within a 5 days only. So these are all the things to attract his superhuman act. Adbhuta karmana. Hari adbhuta karmana. But the purpose is to awakening Krishna consciousness. We have forgotten. That is the whole idea. So here it is said that we are misidentified with that as a result. There is a beautiful year I was in during this class. What is that? Uddhava Gita. There's a 24 spiritual master. Last time also we quoted fire, how the spiritual master sometimes, he is not visible. Visible means sometimes it is not disclosing his things. So here also there is very nice learning point. Saintly Brahmana, Avadhuta Brahmana said to Jaduj, son of Jajati, everyone considers certain thing within the material world to be the most dear to him. And because of attachment to such thing, one eventually becomes miserable. One who understands these gifts of material possessiveness and attachment does achieve unlimited happiness. This is another example is given. Very nice example. Story is there. So the hawk story. See, very nice one. Once group of large hawks who were unable to find any prey attacked another. Weaker hawk who was holding some meat at that time, being danger of his life, the hawk gave up his meat and experienced actual happiness. That is our whole idea. That's a very, very important lesson. Because a hawk is having a meat and other hawks are running after him to snatch the meat. And he was very happy when he saw behind there are so many flock of hawks, they are running and they're coming to snatch him. So he was in a very dangerous situation. When he left that meat, he was very happy because of attachment. We are hoarding it. Our security is that hoarding it. We are hoarding. Our investment is our security. We are so much attached to investment, my wife, my children, my family, all the things. Family attachment, out of all attachment, family attachment is the most grave, most very strong binding. So all this attachment, we have been investment, my boss, my job, so and so forth. As long as you are holding that, we're holding that, then what will happen? This is a problem. Danger will come. As long as you're holding that, as long as we have got this attachment, we will have this problem. Holding means we are still identifying with body. As soon as free from attachment, we are free. Therefore, the brahmachari sannyasi, they progress. They progress because they do not have baggages. If you climb something, spiritual life is like climbing, to top. So when you have a baggages, wife, children, investment, this prestige, so and so forth, then we will slow, our things will be stagnated. Sometimes jeopardize, you fall down also. So overburden means fall down. Jeopardize your bhakti, Not only stagnate and jeopardize also. But brahmacharya, they know baggage, they go like progressive path always. So that is the difference. So you have to understand this attachment is the root cause of thing. Because of attachment, the body is the soul, which has nothing to do with all this material thing. He was identified with this body and suffering. And the way to out is that give up this attachment. How to give up? The best way to give up that, you increase our attachment to Krishna. In chapter 6, text 47, Krishna says that Yoginam api sarvesam madgatena antaratmaman. Shraddhavan bhajate ma. Shraddha is very nice. Even Chaitanya Sutta also say that according to faith, one is top, one is madhyama, one is Shraddha anusare. So this Shraddha, how this Shraddha will come? 7 to 12 chapter, if you see that, Lord is speaking about his own glories. Because we have to increase that faith. My asakta manapartha yugam enjan madasra. Here, tasrinu, shruno, my opulences. What is 7th chapter? Opulences of absolute truth. All this energy, opulences, how to attain universal form, all these things, confidential knowledge about himself only. All 7 to 12 is himself, his opulences, his glory, because we will increase our attachment. Wider the understanding, deeper the love. There is saying that. Prabhupada also say, give an example. I know a rich person. I know how much rich Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, then I will be, my respect, appreciation will be manifold, will augmented. So that is the whole idea. So therefore, 7 to 12 chapter, Lord is telling about how to attach by understanding me, understanding the absolute truth, understanding my opulence, my energy, my everything. So here we have to transfer our attachment from the matter to Krishna. And by that process is called hearing process. More and more you hear, more our attachment due to dirty thing, due to infection, that infection will go. Nasta prayasu abhadresu means what? What is that abhadra? Abhadra means infection. Infection of mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, that infection. As long as we have got infection, we cannot. Therefore, by hearing Bhagavatam, 75% Prabhupada says that infection will be cleared. We will be fixed up. No more devious, fluctuate. Then slowly will transcend Suddha Sattva platform. So this is the thing they have given. There's a very nice verse where so this is the same verse. See, 327.4, we have read the same verses. Actually, living entity is transcendental to material existence, but because of the mentality of lording it over material nature. See, actually, living entity is transcendental to material existence, but because of his mentality of lording it over the material nature, his material existential condition does not cease. Just as in a dream, he is affected by all sort of disadvantages. See, dream is not real, but bad dream is there is a disadvantage. We have a feeling. We wake up with sweating, right? Sweet dream and sweat dream. So here Prabhupada given example of a dream is very appropriate. Due to different mental condition in dreams, we are put into advantageous and disadvantageous position. Similarly, the spiritual has nothing to do with the material nature. Because of its mentality of lording it over, is put into the position of conditional existence. As soon as we are thinking that I want to lord over the material nature, I want to enjoy, conditional existence is described here as a dhayate vishayanasaya. Vishaya means an object of enjoyment. As long as one continues to think that he can enjoy material advantages, he is in conditioned life. But as soon as he becomes to his senses, he develops the knowledge that he is not the enjoyer, for only enjoyer is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 5.29. He is the beneficiary of all resultant sacrifice and penances, bhaktaram jagyam tapasam. He is the proprietor of all three worlds, Sarvalok Maheshwara. He is actually friend of all living entity, but instead of living proprietorship, enjoyment, and the actual position as the friend of all living entity to Supreme Personality of Godhead, we claim that we are the proprietor, enjoyer, and the friends. We perform philanthropic work thinking that we are the friends of human society. Someone may proclaim himself to be a very good national worker, the best friend of the people of the country, but actually cannot the greatest friend ever. The only friend is Krishna. One should try to raise the consciousness of condition told to the platform of understanding that Krishna is the actual friend. If one makes friendship of Krishna, one will never be cheated. He will get all help needed. Arousing this consciousness of condition soul is greatest service, not posing oneself as a great friend of another living entity. So this is where Krishna says that is the problem, the same thing. Because of this conditioning state, we are thinking that I am this one and I am engaged in so many philanthropic work, so many things, but this is all the things, this is all useless actually. This is binding us. Main thing that our constitutional position as a servant, if we know that Krishna is the beneficiary of all service, Bhaktaram Jagam Tapasam Sarvalokam Maheshwara, then we will transfer our attachment to Krishna. That is the whole idea, how to transfer our attachment to Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness means how to transfer from attachment from the matter to spirit and the supreme spirit Krishna. So there are 2-3 verses, then we will wind up. Here there is a very nice thing this given by Prabhupada used to quote these verses. Prasangam ajarsam, ajaram pasam. Atmanah kavya vidu saeva sadhu sukrita. Prabhupada used this word. Saeva sadhu sukrita moksha dharam apavritam. See, every learned man knows very well attachment for the matter is greatest entanglement of the spiritual. Spiritual entangled due to attachment. And same attachment, when applied to self-realized devotees, opens the door of liberation. Very simple. We have to just transfer our attachment from matter to spirit. That is whole idea. From Instagram to Lord of Nandagram. So this is the whole idea, because we are so much into the all attachment, we have to transfer to the spiritual. That is our taste actually, how much we are attached to. The size of our attachment inversely proportional the size of our bhakti. If we have attachment 90%, we have a 10% bhakti. We have a 10% attachment, 9% bhakti. That inversely proportional. Mathematics say inversely proportional. So this is the thing. That is the solution has been given. How we transfer the attachment from this spiritual self-realized devotee, because I cannot go to Krishna attachment directly. I have to go through the spiritual master. And I cannot do myself. I have to take shelter of somebody who has no attachment. So he can teach me how to get out from this entanglement. Only bhakti is the only thing. Without bhakti, there is no question of get out from this material entanglement. So this verses also is given in 2 times actually. Is a verse 3:23:55 also. Association of sense gratification is certainly the path of bondage, but same type of association performed with the saintly person lead to path of liberation, even if performed without knowledge. So that is very important, that how we can transfer our attachment as long as we have attachment. So Krishna consciousness process is that how to transfer our attachment, and that transformation will come when we understand the knowledge that first of all I am not this body, and act also. Arjuna simply, after understanding Arjuna Sthitosmi Gata Sandhya, that's not enough. He told Karishya Vachanatam. That is whole idea. Karishya Vachanatam means we have to implement that. We have to act, put into the action. The knowledge without action is useless. The verse is there, 2:9:31. Only understanding intellectually fat will not be help. You have to be spiritually fit. In this verses 2:9:31, there's a beautiful thing is there. So Krishna spoke, Bhagavan Uvacha, Jnanam Paramam Guhyante Yad Vijnanam Samanvitam. So here it is said that personality of God has said knowledge about me as described in the scripture is very confidential. It has to be realized in conjunction with devotional service. Necessary paraphernalia for that process is being explained by me. You may take it up carefully. Simply knowledge is not enough. It has to be bhakti. Therefore, bhakti is in the middle of the Bhagavad Gita chapter, because karma yoga is useless unless it come in contact with bhakti. Jnana yoga is useless when it come in contact with bhakti. So bhakti is the important central point, quintessential. Everything has to be culminated to the point of bhakti. So simply knowledge. So this is the process. So this whole Krishna consciousness process has been designed, orchestrated by Srila Prabhupada, so that we will understand the knowledge from Srimad Bhagavatam. What is our pitfall? What is our malais? What is our fallacy? Then we have to find out the solution and progress. Just like a student, he wanted to progress, he wanted to pass out, not that he used to stay in the classes, same class for 5 years. Sometimes some employees, they will say that I have 20-year experience. 20-year experience in the same things. You have no progressive experience. Same thing. What is the use of that? So therefore, we should be very seriously read Bhagavatam every day. Every day read Bhagavatam. Hear Bhagavatam is very important. Then you can see how much that will what we say perpetuates. That will perpetuates. Thank you very much. So anybody has question anything? Mantrasam Bhavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ji, Jai Guru Hari. Somebody is asking question that we then Mario the verse 434 in his purports present that most important principle in life according to the Sri Krishna Chaitanya Ramananda Rai, association with Mahajana Sampradaya Acharya. Purport explains we need to pass the taste of the spiritual master. Collective taste is to have unity and cooperation among us towards love, unity, peace, world, purposes for ISKCON. Then there is an order that has been neglected that helps pass the test. That's the following example of Jayananda Prabhu. Everyone should follow the example of Jayananda. Taste, pass the test. That is the verse na Dohar, that 24:330. We both has to be a taste somewhere. But I don't know what intention it has been asked. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai.